Alrighty then. Peace forever and always. This is your brother Talik Ibn Ra, and welcome once again to another edition of the Realities Temple on Earth. I thank you very much for giving me these few minutes of your time. Surely it is an honor, and I appreciate it much, and I hope to continue to prove worthy of your time and being listened to. I was watching this video, and I'll put the link to the video in the more information box, and it made me want to throw up. It made me sick to the stomach. First of all, the maker of the video is always crying and whining about something. And got the nerve to talk about, I cry and I whine. Running around, if people don't like you and you see that they don't want to listen to what you're talking about, why are you going to get on here and cry and whine? Now, I'm making a video response because you're too weak to accept a video response. You're a blocker and deleter. If you're in the public forum, why do you come out here if you're that weak? Ain't nobody cussing you out. Ain't nobody really talking about you. We talking about your opinion because I don't know you personally enough to talk about you as a person, and I wouldn't do it anyway. What I have a problem with is your mentality, your thinking process. So let me make that very clear. Because I don't know you as a person. If I'm hungry, you probably would feed me. So I don't know you as a person. But your mentality is detrimental to black people. Let me see, what did you say? You said that Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, these Negroes who were in the Bush administration, much like yourself, you want to be close to the white man's bosom. They should be more smarter and know that they were being used. So since they knew they were going to be used, they knew they shouldn't have took that position. There are women who marry men for money that don't mind being exploited because the man will provide them with a certain way of life. So we have people like you and Colin Powell and Condoleezza Rice or Barack Obama, these Negroes and half Negroes that's willing to sell their people out, sell themselves out, knowing they are being used. Because as long as Colin Powell was in the Bush administration, as long as Condoleezza Rice was in the Bush administration, she come from a people, they are descendants of slaves. How did black people benefit from their service to this devil George Bush? We didn't get nothing. But they got something because they felt like their value increased because they part of the dominant power government. Just like you would be. You closer, just like a pet who hang around the master's leg. The pet feels so good because the master let them curl around their leg. Then the master grabbed the pet and hugged it to his bosom. The dog or the cat feel real good being close to the master like that. That's how you feel. I don't get nothing out of it. What do you get out of it? If I was a dog trying to get to the master, I'll curl around him so I can give him some of these damn fleas. That's what I would be doing. You talk about, you give this analogy or these examples of black history, and you do it all the time. You don't know nothing about black history. You was telling me, and I checked you, that's why I have a series of videos talking about black hate mongers. You was calling Malcolm X a hate monger and all like that. You don't know nothing about Malcolm X. Where are you getting your history from? But you don't know nothing about Africa. You don't know nothing about what the African slave trade. Then you talking about Africa. Africa consists of 52 countries. Africa is a continent. Just like North America is a continent. North America is a continent that consists of Canada, the countries of Canada, the United States, and Mexico. North America. Mexico is part of North America. Is that part of South America? Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying, y'all. Only a certain group of Africans was involved in the slave trade, and then their idea of slavery was not what we experienced here in the shores of North America in this country called the United States. They had no idea the hell they were going to put us through. Nobody did. You don't know nothing about it. And that's another thing. You want somebody not to talk about you, but you ignorant. You don't know nothing about where you getting your black history from. You ain't never been no part of no black organization. Maybe you took some Negro history classes in college. You continue to say that those in black power liberation don't have, because we don't want to get close to white people, we don't have successful marriages. I'm not a married person. Probably would never be married. But I got family members in black revolution, black liberation, been married for years and years and years. Been working jobs, the same job for years and years. Married to the same people for years and years and years. But the difference between you and those involved in black liberation and revolution, we're not satisfied with no funky job. We want power just like the white man got power. We want respect just like they got respect. I'm not your dog. I'm not your slave. I don't want the scrap from your damn table. This is how racist Caucasian America look at us. The Attorney General just announced they were in negotiations with the Native American people, some of them, to give them $1.4 billion for something about land. Now, they also paid the Japanese people a certain amount of money for being placed in concentration camps during World War II. They're always giving the Native American peoples a little something, land or something, because of the treaties they have with the Native Americans. Who is missing out of all this money they're giving away? They give money to the state of Israel because they suffered a Holocaust. What is more Holocaust than 300 years of slavery? In the early 1900s through the early 1940s, research and see how many black men and women were hanged and lynched in this country. How many white people got away with murder? That's not even including slavery itself and the terrorism we suffered. But we don't get nothing because bootlickers, and you call yourself that, and I agree with you, you're a bootlicker. Sit back and don't want nothing because you're a pet. You're somebody's animal. All they do is pet you on your head because you got a job. So what? People in Black Revolution got jobs. We take care of our families. We pay our bills. So what? We want respect. We want our future generations to have the same respect as Caucasians or Chinese or anybody else. That you don't want. You want to continue to be a slave. And that mentality that you have, I will fight against. I don't care nothing about that. Our people deserve better. So you got to be moved out the way with that foolish thinking. This your brother Talib, keep it raw. This was and is Spirit Chucker, the reality's temple on earth.